Hello and cheers, everyone. Welcome to our little chat here. Just having a little Tuesday tea with my gal pal Melina. Melina, how you doing?
Doing good. Happy to see your face and
Happy to see
have
you.
tea with you again.
Yes. Well, you know, we had so much fun filming our tea party, which you can see on Wrestle Talk. My God, how fun was that day?
Oh my goodness, amazing. I loved it.
Hilarious. That was back in the day when we could go to pubs. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is rare for England. Well, first off, obviously, we have a little more time on our hands to be doing chats like this and to be, entertaining you guys. That's the whole name of the game for stuff like this. So first of all, Melina, how you been doing with the self-isolation? Tell me all about it. Pinky up.
It's going in waves. At first it was like, cause I'm like, I'm an introverted I'm an introvert with extrovert tendencies.
Yeah.
So it's like I was born being like very to myself. So I'm used to being, I'm good at being alone and I'm okay with that. But what I realized is I need both sides of myself. I'm cool being alone. I thought I could handle this, but I need, as much as I need to get away from people to recharge, I also need people's energy to recharge as well. So I miss that energy, like being around people and talking to people and having fun and then hugging people. It's killing me.
Yeah.
So it's in waves.
And you know, we're such social people, you and I. Like, I think even without the business that we're in, we're just sort of social butterflies, if you will. I love that term.
Yeah.
I think for you and I, it's weird because we're always traveling. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm used to kind of being home during the week and I, work from home and I do Patreon, I do all these different things. But then on the weekend, I'm on a train somewhere. I'm going to a Comic-Con or something and you're all over the place, performing, doing appearances. So I think it's the travel that I miss and it's the putting together outfits to actually go out. I'll be honest with you.
Yes, it's so true. I miss all of it. Like I also miss the food too, going places.
Yeah.
I always different places have different like drinks that their specialty is, and I miss asking for their specialty or the food.
Yeah.
Every place has a different, like they make it this differently, or it's just something's just, every place has something special to offer your taste buds, and I miss that so much.
Me too. And I think it's getting to be the point where now it was almost like, oh, I got this. But now it's gone on for so many weeks where I'm like, okay, this is a little much. I'm running out of things and I can only cook so many things, which is, 2 things. And I miss going to the places that I love and, going to the pub and, going around London. I live very close to London. As you know, we've flitted around that city and made it our own. But yeah, I just miss doing stuff like that. But we're hanging in there. And as are you. Cheers to you guys for hanging in there. Everyone
Seriously,
watching.
Everybody.
We're in this together.
Yes, we are. Seriously.
We are.
It's just, my heart breaks for people. That's another thing too. I try not to watch the news, even though I should watch the news so then I can know what's going on. But then I do watch it and I'm such like an empathetic person that I start crying.
It's draining to watch it.
Yeah, because it feels so badly because I'm struggling. I can only imagine how other people are struggling. It's just terrible. I just feel so bad. But hopefully doing stuff like this gets my mind off of stuff, and hopefully it helps other people get their mind off of it too.
Yeah.
You need a distraction. You need something else instead of focusing on the negative parts of everything.
Exactly. And if we can be a little bit of a distraction and have an excuse to dress up and entertain ourselves in the process, why not? Well, speaking of things that you love to drink, what sort of tea are you having, Melina?
It's my Riesling.
Does that come in a tea bag?
It comes in a boxed wine bag.
I was going to make up like I was having some fancy tea. I will be dead honest with you guys. This is a Pinot Grigio from the gas station because they deliver.
Oh, they deliver in the gas station?
Yeah, not many places deliver around here, but yeah, and thank God for them. So they're doing God's work.
Seriously.
They are doing God's work.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I have to ask you, I've been social media stalking you as I do, and I have seen so many fun videos and posts about, I'm not even sure what you're calling it, Melina's dating adventures. Tell me how that came about and how is it going? Any progress?
Well, I've been joking. Every time I go places, I joke around about like, I got to have a dating show or something like that. Because everybody's always like, all my friends, everybody's always trying to set me up with somebody.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, yeah, I should like do so. Like people think I should go on to like The Bachelor or whatever, like whatever show's on. And I'm like, yeah, But I went on IG Live, and a bunch of people kept asking me to marry them and that they wanted to date me. And I was like, you know what? Being in quarantine, it makes you think, oh, maybe like this, it would have been nice to be in quarantine with somebody.
Yeah.
And so I was like, let's finally make that dating game happen. And so we just like, I said it to Rick, because he's my roommate, and I said it to him like at breakfast. He said, let's do it. Like, okay. And it sounded great at the time. And then after a while, I was like, maybe we shouldn't be doing this. What, we didn't think this through.
What have we gotten ourselves into?
Huh?
You probably thought, what have we gotten ourselves into? Like, you've got to have met
so
some
many
crazies.
people to pick from.
Yeah, but you've got to have met some crazies, and you've got to have met some nice ones too, I hope. Has it been a nice mixture, or is it mostly
no, there wasn't, like, thank goodness there wasn't crazies, but there's people who well, not the people who submitted. Those weren't the crazies. The crazies came after, when they get all angry, like, why did you pick me? And I should be the best for you. And it's like, some guys, you know, they're harmless, but some guys seriously mean it, and then they get angry, and I'm like, holy cow. Like, my perception of love is it takes time. Like, I guess my fantasy of what love is, and maybe I'm completely wrong, it's all a mystery. You know what I mean? For each person, their path is different. And I feel like my path in finding love is different.
Yeah.
And my fantasy is for my friend, one of my friends, or somebody that you get to know and is there for years, that proves to you they genuinely love you for you. And it's not about the image that you are and what they could get out of you. Whether you reciprocated or not, they're like, you know what, I love you in my life, and I couldn't imagine my life without you. And then when a person says that to you, it's like, wow, then the light bulb goes on. Because I feel like I've been jaded so much, and yeah, that's my baggage, but I've been jaded so much where people just leave because either you do what I want instead of accepting me for who I am, the quirkiness, and I'm like all these things wrapped up into one instead of just one thing. And because I'm not what they expected me to be, they will leave. Or either that, or I'm too much, that they're afraid that I will leave. And it's like, no, if I care about y'all, like, understand, if I haven't left you, I'm not going to leave you. But then they will push me away before. It's like so many things that'll happen. They'll push me away before, in their minds, they think something's going to go wrong. So then they'll leave. So I'm used to people leaving that I don't know how to defend. Like, I just think, if you're really going to be there for me, then time will tell. And that's why I'd rather have a friend that'll genuinely love me for all my flaws.
Exactly. And that's all of your layered, you know, personality quirks. Everyone has those. Everyone has baggage, but that's what makes someone love you even more, is they have to accept all of you. And it's cool if you're friends first, but because that way they've kind of gotten to know you on so many different levels. But yeah, and I'll tell you what, it takes a strong man to be with a really strong woman. And I think especially in the kind of line of work that you're in, then they have to deal with a very unorthodox career, and that can be really intimidating to guys. But when it's the right guy, they'll know how to handle it. I just smack myself in the face with my hat. Ow.
Oh, these hats.
It was such a nice moment. I ruined it.
Though. It looks gorgeous though.
Well, thanks.
I miss you so much.
I miss you. I love that we can do this virtually, but it would be cool to be somewhere, you know, at a little cafe having a chat. Yeah. We did talk, you guys, about going to Paris one day. Can you guys imagine the vlog that would come out of Melina and I in Paris?
Oh my goodness. Oh, and then all this stuff that we can wear while walking the streets and everything. Oh,
bingo.
Yes.
Bingo. I feel very appreciative. I also noticed that we have sort of a black hair, red outfit, red hair, black outfit thing, and that wasn't even planned.
We're good.
I am extremely proud of us. Yes. Okay, so if you don't mind, I have compiled a little list of questions from the internet, the interwebs.
Uh-oh.
All for you.
Oh my.
And I tried
what
to
did
pick
they have to say?
But that's none of my business.
But you like to listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, tell me more.
I love that we can say shady things and then just sort of like tip our hats, like just get right out of that situation.
They can't see me.
You got nothing on us, John Cena, just saying. But yes, I picked the ones that I thought were fun, and I have to thank everyone that sent in questions. Immediately, it was like I was flooded with all these great questions, and a lot of them were wrestling related. But to be honest, you and I tend to do our own thing. We kind of, go to the beat of our own drummer, and we like to do things a little sillier and a little more lighthearted. So I picked some questions, little shades of wrestling in there, but also some fun ones.
Sounds good.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Hang on, let me scroll past the 78 selfies I took before we started because I'm that girl. That
Me too. I'm like, since I have the hat on.
It'd be silly not to. Just saying. Okay, so we're gonna start it out with a question from Lauren. I have to say, we got a lot of questions from girls, which I think is really cute because because wrestling fans tend to be more of the male variety. And this one's from Lauren at the Shield Girl XO. XOXO.
Gossip Girl, yeah.
I had to do it. I had to do it. You know I was going there. Have you always been able to do the splits, Melina, or was it something you gradually trained yourself to do? I'm currently trying to train my body to be more flexible because once I get back to training, I want to use things like that, like the splits when I'm wrestling. Oh, go girl.
Oh, yeah. Well, fortunately, I was fortunate enough to be able to do it. I had a friend in high school that she did it. She's like, look what I can do. And she just did it. And I was like, well, let me see if I could do it. And then I did it too. And I was like, oh, I could do it too. And I was so happy about it that it didn't occur to me because, I never trained for anything like that. It didn't occur to me that that's a thing people train for. Mm-hmm. I was just able to do it. I don't know why. I think it's because I was pigeon-toed. So because I was pigeon-toed, I had like very weak inner thigh muscles. So I think it just made it loose and flexible. That sounds bad. But I mean,
back to dating. Oh,
it's loose.
Flexibility counts. Sorry.
But I've been around people who have to train for it, and it's a thing that you have to do every day. Like if you see yoga people, the before and afters, like they started years prior. Yeah. You have to do that every day and warm up. You warm your muscles up, you stretch it out, and then you just get more flexible as time goes by. It's just something people can learn to do. It just takes time and dedication.
You know what's horrible about it though is like you make it look so easy, and you also make it look classy because splits, can be kind of like woo, but the way you do it is classy, and you make it look so easy that the unfortunate thing is, I'm sure everyone's like, oh, I can do that. I bet there's millions of people that have been like, oh my God, how does she do that? Because it is painful.
If you can't do it, it so is. Yeah. But thank goodness that I'm able to. And thank you for saying it looks classy. I mean, you get a lot of haters. Either you get haters that are like, oh, you're a slut because you do the splits, or you get guys who just, I don't mind it. I mean, if guys think it's sexy, they think it's sexy. But then you get people who just hate because the guys people just tend to be like, oh, that's attractive, that's sexy. Yeah. That they think it not classy. And it's like, you know what, I've never done anything, except for when I wore the skirts, but that was back when I was young, you know what I mean, and trying to get in the business. Yeah. And it's just as soon as I had to get myself established, and then throughout the years I started putting more clothes on so that I could gain respect. But people still like, you whore, you skate, and I was like, okay, all right,
okay,
I'll do my best.
The quote of the chat is, why did you say it? When I got older, I started to learn to put more clothes on. Oh my God. Someone make a clip or a soundbite. That's hilarious. No, but honestly, it is super sexy the way that you did it, but it was like in like a slithery, like sexy way. It wasn't like, woohoo, here they are. You know what I mean?
But I always feel like it, but I felt like when I did it, the reason why I did the slithery part was because I realized that everybody wanted to do what I did, but they didn't think of it first. And I was like, bitch, you wish you thought of it first. You wish you were doing this.
Hell yeah. And honestly, then it became your signature. And I'm sure you get asked about it all the time, but it's something that's very, very Melina. And I love that. Oh my God, I'm excited about this next question. So there is an account, you might be familiar with it. If you're not, I'm telling you and everybody who's watching to please follow the one with all the wrestling. It is a friend's account. And it is
Nick told me about that.
It's so funny.
See, I've seen the stuff, but it was so it looked like it was when I looked at it, it looked like it was just like a regular account. But then I started seeing more stuff that was more friends related. I was like, oh man, if you only knew.
It is so funny. They're so witty. I don't know if it's one person or more, but they're so hilarious. So of course the question is Friends related. They're asking, what is your favorite Friends episode and favorite Friends character? I feel like you and I have talked about this before, but maybe not.
Okay, the episode, you can't just pinpoint one episode. Like, I feel like Friends is life. Like, I base most of like everything that happens to me, it always inspires a memory, like something that happened in Friends. So that's like my whole entire life right there. Like here being in New York, which kind of sucks because of the coronavirus, you know.
That'll be
I know, hating. But I wanted
she
to
ever
live
beat,
out
by the way. Hey, where'd your tea go?
I finished it.
I love that we just. I was like, what? I didn't bring it back up. What an amateur. I'm sorry.
You're
I totally
getting perceptive there. As soon as I pick this up, you notice.
So funny.
Oh my.
Oh
but I'm
my.
here in New York. I'm here in New York trying to live out my friends fantasy and also like Sex in the City. But favorite character is Phoebe. I love her. I love her. I love the part where she's like, and I'm awfully bendy. I was like, yeah, you are.
That would be your tagline. Perfect. Do you
that when she sprays the perfume and she's like
that's, you know, it's funny, that's my favorite episode when she tries to seduce Chandler. I think it's the funniest thing. But would you consider yourself a Phoebe? Like, is she your favorite because you feel like you're a Phoebe? I feel like intrinsically I'm a Phoebe and people think I'm a Rachel. It's not true.
Maybe you have the style of a Rachel, but maybe you have the personality of a Phoebe. Because I love Phoebe. I love her quirkiness. I think that, and she's always like, yeah, I got, what was it? A pimp spit in her mouth. I'm like, yep, girl. And she keeps trucking.
Don't
and
you
she's
hate
like,
it when
I'm
that
drinking.
happens?
So was it? She's like, I'm drinking for the children. The more that I drink, the less they're like, was it the less for the children to drink?
Yeah,
I was like,
totally.
Girl.
I feel like she'd be the nicest person out of all of them. Like Ross is my favorite, but I think she'd be such a nice person. I love that. And thank you to the one with the wrestling account. I love you guys. Or guy, I don't know who runs it yet. So next question is from another lovely lady, Holly at Rainbows Gaga. That's a fun Twitter name. I follow, there's a guy that tweets me and his name is Bobby Salsa. I think that's hilarious. And I don't know why. Bobby Salsa. I imagine him with like, you know, glistening chest hair and
I was thinking like Taco Tuesday or either that dancing salsa.
Yeah, like a salsa like instructor guy just cracks me up. So at Rainbows Gaga asks, what is your favorite song at the moment?
Ooh. Oh, what is that one? I think it's one by Megan Trainor.
Ooh.
My Evil Twin.
Ooh.
I'm sorry if everything's gonna be alcohol related. but basically that's what the song is about. It's about her, who she becomes when she's drunk, and that's her evil twin.
Oh my god.
But it's like her evil twin does crazy stuff, but at the same time she admires her because she's brave enough to do all this stuff. And I'm like, that's so mean.
I need to
so all of us.
Yeah.
You have to. You will be listening to it and be like, yeah, that's my evil twin.
She is very, I'm just dancing. I don't even know the song, but I'm like, yeah. I feel it.
Look at you.
I need to listen to that. We have a question from Joe Menezes. Joe Menezes is a buddy of mine. I love Joe. He's at the Comic Cons. I get to see him. He's a lovely, lovely bloke. See what I did there?
A bloke.
A little bloke.
I love it.
By the way, you said bloke the other day.
Oh yeah, so I say stuff from like Ireland, Australia, because I love the word sunnies instead of sunglasses is sunnies. Yeah. So I use different like little phrases from everywhere I've gone to pick up, and then it weirds people out.
Yeah, no, I love it. I was like, wow. I start to say certain British things being over here, but it kind of freaks me out. I'm like, oh no, who am I?
You've changed.
who even are you? Lovely Joe Menezes at the Comic Con guy, apropos name there. He says, Comic-Con! He says, will there be another UK Comic Con appearance in the future by any chance? I'd like to know that too. Well, we don't know, I guess, but we
all want to know that. We're like, who knows what's going to happen with everything that's going on?
Yeah,
but hopefully I survive. Not to say anything, not to be bad, not to say anything like negative or anything like that. But you never know. I mean, it's probably not Rona related, but you never know when it's your time, and you got to appreciate every day.
And
hopefully I'll get to go.
Yeah, it's like,
Huh?
oh, hope we make it out of here. Well, I'll sort of follow up the question with, I know you love doing UK appearances and you love the UK. So name a couple things that you love about the UK for our UK fans.
Oh my goodness. Everybody's accent. But the views, okay, the parks are amazing. Everywhere there's always a park and it's so gorgeous. Like, thank goodness here in New York you have some parks, but you have Central Park. But everywhere else that I've been, not so many parks. In England, all you see is parks everywhere. It's
Yeah,
so beautiful that I love going out there and walking, and then botanicals and just like the historical factor. Everybody goes to pubs. It's just
yeah,
different. And I love being able to, like, especially in London too, the travel is so super easy.
it
I
is.
wish I wish it was like that here in the States.
Yeah, there's honestly, I love that I'm American and I love America, and I do miss home. But there are a lot of cool things here that I've discovered in London area, and the travel, like you said, is so easy. The whole pub atmosphere. If you've never been over here, it's kind of hard to explain. But like once you're in it, you're like, oh, it's so much about the camaraderie. Like my brother-in-law, who's Irish, was explaining how even the seating is different because when I would come over here by myself, I would always kind of just like want to go sit alone and like not talk to people. And I'm, younger,
Oh, yeah.
younger girl by myself. And I said, I don't know what to do with these pubs. It's like these giant tables and I have to just sit with people. I don't know these people. And what is it? And he
I
was
love
saying,
that.
yeah, I hate it. I'm like, I guess I'm more like loner than I realize. And he was like, well, that's the whole point. Is it's designed that way to get everybody to have a great time and talk to strangers. And I'm like, wow, now I understand and I appreciate it. But at first I was like, who are you? No,
Oh my goodness. You're like, hey, what's going on here?
who are you?
But I love that because I guess when I go on visiting and I want to meet people and see how, like, and get their perception and like how do you live? Like,
Right.
being from here, I go over there wanting to know what their experiences are. How do they live? What are their personalities like? And I
Yeah.
love that. I think in Australia, when I've gone, granted, thank goodness for wrestling because I meet wrestling, like friends who are from wrestling. I get to make friends out there and then they introduce me to everything.
Yeah.
But if going by yourself, going to like places in Australia by yourself, they're not as welcoming.
Really?
Everyone's like, it seems like everybody goes out. Say when I go to a pub, you go out to meet people and they're like, Melina, when people go out to a pub, they're only there for their friends. They're not trying to hook up. And I was like, I'm not trying to hook up. I'm just trying to talk to people. I'm just social. And then they're like, oh, well, you go to a club for that. I was like, I don't want to go to a club. Like, what?
No.
Like, I don't want to dance. I just want to talk.
Yeah. And I
I
think that's a
actually,
very American thing. And I think I take great pride in that. And I'll be honest, I met with a lot of like, if you're too friendly and you talk too much, but a lot of people really do appreciate it. And either way, like that's how I am and that's how we were taught. And I think it's badass. Just,
yes,
but
I
yeah.
love being social. I
Um,
do.
we do, which is why we're suffering in this weird damn time.
I
Old school
know.
ninja. You look pretty when you cry.
My brother used to tell me that he goes like this, but he said it because of my eyes. He said he used to make me cry because he liked the color of my eyes when I cried because they would
That's
turn like a little bit green.
that's so morbid and rude.
My brother, my best friend, and I love him to death. Like, he's my everything. But
Oh,
we were so mean to each other when we were kids.
oh
He
my
we
god.
used to have the clapper, and
Yeah.
so that turned the TV on and off. So he would pull my hair and make me cry to turn the TV on and then
What the
turn the TV
hell?
off.
That's so funny. I have older sisters. We weren't as savage. You know how girls are that like sisters fight in a very different way than like brothers and
Oh
stuff.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's like
Um,
it's verbal,
yeah. It's like calculating and like, oh,
methodical.
yeah, like you think you look cute. Oh, glad you feel that way. Like that kind of like bitchiness. Very, very Real Housewives-esque.
Psychological
Yeah,
warfare.
it really is. That's how women are. And I'm a girl's girl, and I'm allowed to say that. Old School Ninja, who is at John Oakes, asks, can you cut a quick promo in Spanish? Now, I'm not going to put you on the spot and ask you to do a promo unless you feel like it. But I don't know if I've ever heard you speak Espanol.
Español. Well, puedo hablar español, pero no voy a ser un promo. Voy a enviar, ¿cómo se dice? Estoy enviando amor. Solamente eso. Te quiero tanto. ¡Mua! Valerie.
I don't know what you said, but I loved it. and I'll have one of everything in every color. That was pretty. That was very pretty. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you to John Oakes for that question. That was fun. I didn't want to put you on the spot, but I was like, if she does it, that would be pretty cool. Okay, so I saved the this last question because I feel like you might have stories, and if not, we can just gush about how much we love her. This is from @CheeTakz, Takz. He says, "What are your best memories with Mickey?" I'm assuming he means Mickey James, of course.
Yeah.
Our gal pal.
That's the only Mickey I know.
That's the only one I care about. Well, that's not true, but.
Oh, unless he's talking about Mickey Mouse, and I'm like, Mickey Mouse and I did not have any friendship going on.
No?
He left me. Nope. Mickey Mouse? Wait, I'm talking about Mickey Mouse, not Mickey.
Yeah, no. Our Mickey. Hey, Mickey, yes, it's fine.
Yes, I find you blowing my. Hey, Mickey.
Hey, Mickey. That's the lag, isn't it? We're trying. Okay, you sing and I'll clap. Go.
I was clapping with you though.
Oh,
or I thought I was.
It sounded
it in my screen.
We're trying our best.
Either that or it's the tea talking.
It's the clapper. Yeah, it might be that toxic tea. That's what we should call these shows, toxic tea. No, but legit, we love Mickey James. Do you have what are your favorite memories of Little Mickles Pickles?
Man, I think best memories would be probably after wrestling, because the beautiful thing about within wrestling is that, okay, we have like this sister friendship where we didn't from the get-go. See, my closest friends, usually we don't get along from the start, and that shouldn't be the way it goes, but sometimes that's the way it goes. But it just shows that your love for each other is so strong, that friendship is so valued, that even it doesn't matter how you meet, and if you didn't see eye to eye, that's strong friendship right there, that you overcame that, and then you appreciate each other as is. And so now we grow stronger through all the history, and then it was work, and all we had was work during the WWE. But I love the fact that we overcame so much and we bonded so much, but all the good times for me happen after the fact. And so then we finally get to go out, and we finally get to drink, and we finally get to do all this stuff and not have to worry about work and politics and all this stuff. And for me, it wasn't just, oh, well, I was gonna say it wasn't just one time, but now rewind. There was this one time I never got to celebrate my birthday when I was in wrestling. I mean, I had my birthday when I was in wrestling,
right?
But the only time I ever celebrated was she took me out one night. She's like, "No, we're going. We're going."
That is so Mickey. She's that type of girl that's like, "No, girl, you're gonna get up and you're gonna dance."
And we did. Oh, how we danced.
Oh, I love that. She's one of those people, like,
that was the world.
Yeah, and she's one of those people, and I put you in the same category, Lisa into the same category, where like they just light up every room, and it's just sort of like, if you go out with this person, I don't care what mood you're in, I don't care what's happened in your life, you're gonna have a good time. Period.
Yeah.
So yeah, love to make. Cheers to Mickles Pickles.
Yeah.
I call her that, and I call Mick Foley that, but I think it's more her title, to be honest. Don't tell him. Well, Melina, I am so happy to talk to you here. We wanted to keep it concise enough for IGTV, and hopefully you guys are going to enjoy it on our channels. But any final words for all of our lovely friends that are watching and that are supporting us on social media and you know, reaching out all the time to say lovely things?
Oh, I hope you guys know that I love you. I wish I could like say hi to every single person. I wish I could pay attention and help each and every person through everything. I'm only one person, so I'm sorry. People get upset over stuff like that. They're like, "Why can't you pay attention to me?" I was like, there's so many people, and I'm trying to keep in contact with everybody, the fans, as well as family, and then my dogs. Like, I'm trying my best. But I'm sending out all my love. I appreciate everybody. And all I want is that everybody stays safe. So then when all this is over and we get to travel and go do signings, that I don't even care about photos. I don't care if you pay for anything. I just want to see everybody's faces. So that's just stay safe so then I can see your face. That's all I care about.
Beautiful. Well, we love you, and your best is more than enough. So cheers to you, my friend. I hope you guys enjoyed this lovely little chat here. I've had a ball. And again, excuse to dress up. We hope you guys were entertained, and we'll be doing this again soon. So cheers, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye.